So the question we need to be asking ourselves is how? How did humans come up with the concept of indoor plumbing? And the answer is simple: aliens. Aliens have been coming to our planet for centuries, using it as a rest stop for interstellar travel. And the evidence is clear. Inside temples that are already impossible for the ancient humans to have put together themselves, have shown evidence of plumbing in them. 6,000 years ago, a temple in India showed copper piping in there. In Crete, 3,000 years ago, also evidence of plumbing. Aliens have been coming here and influencing humans for centuries. And quite frankly, I am offended and appalled that people would post videos stating that humans were the ones to have come up with the patents and whatnot for flushing toilets. It's absurd. It is absurd. And quite frankly, I am just outraged by the lies that jackass, I will go on record saying that jackass has put out there for not only his students, but whomever else could possibly stumble across his video.
Good morning. So today I want to get started in bathroom 1 on are you kidding me? Yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah, that's funny. It's hilarious. Can you fix it now, please? No, no. I told you I'm not saying any of that. Can you please? No, no. That's worse. Fine. In my last video, I misspoke. Alexander Cumming, not Cummings, invented or put in the first patent for the flushable toilet in 1775. Now the reason he did this was because aliens were using our planet as a rest stop. So what they wanted was a nice comfortable place to do an interstellar BM. So what they did is they took Alexander Cumming from the future, brought him into 1775, had him pull the first patent on the flushable toilet so they'll have a nice comfortable place to go on their way to Ursa Major. So I apologize to all of those who know the truth. The truth is out there. I want to believe as well. Now let's move on. So anyway. Okay, I did it. Are you happy? Can you please stop extorting me and put my name back? Excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah, no. All right, fine. Live long and prosper to you as well. Goodbye. I honestly don't even know how to kind of break away from that. So why don't we just go install a tub or something? I don't know. This is why I work alone. Okay, here I am in bathroom number 1. Today's lesson, we are going to learn how to install a bathroom drain. I don't have the drain itself yet, the overflow that goes down into it. That'll be a continuation of this same lesson. I just don't have it here today. Today, we're just going to rough in the hole. Easy enough. I have the instructions in front of me. Always a good idea to have the instructions. They give you an idea on all the layout of this particular model. The model of this bathtub is 411 4R. Not that that matters, but I have other options in here, as you can see, and I want to make sure that I'm up in the area of what I say was 411 4R, just so I'm making sure, because this calls for a 13 and 7/16 from the wall to the center, where the next one is 14 and a half. So you want to make sure you're using the right dimensions for your layout. So what I'm going to do is get my tape measure out and just coming right off the stud wall, come out 13 and 7/16. So that's one little line before the 1/2 inch if you're using a 1/16 tape measure, which I am. So line right there. And then according to these, looking at I'll probably try to post this in the video just so you can see it, but if I don't, I'm just going to describe it as best I can for you. So we're looking at 8 1/4 inches from this wall to our center. So coming off 8 1/4 inch is now going to be right there. So that's the center of our hole. So in theory, when I set my bathtub down, the drain in that bathtub is going to set right over that. But what I want to do is I want to take all this out of here. I want to give myself some space. The way the drain comes in is horizontal, then it comes up to the overflow. Again, we'll see this a little bit later. So I just want to give myself some space in there. I've got a floor joist right here, so about maybe 2 inches. I have a tape measure, I can probably find that out. So yeah, just about 2 1/4 inches away from my center hole, which may cause a problem. That's 1.5 inches right there. If you can see, you can't really see, but it's about 1.5 inches right there. And then my hole's right here. So there may be some finagling we have to do with that. I don't want to get into the structure if I don't have to though. So again, we're going to cut all that out. According to the plans, it says 4 inches from my center to here and 4 inches to here. So 8 inches total. The next thing that it wants is it wants 11 inches in between my studs off center. So here is a problem that I'm seeing right now. We've got more electrical coming through our wall. I've got to take this stud out and move it over, coming off my center here. So coming up, I want it square. So center hole right here, roughly. And then from there, so half of 11, 5.5. So I've got 5.5 inches to here. And I want, again, 5.5 inches to here. So there's my 11 inches, right like so. So I need a stud right here, and I need a stud right here. So this, I'm going to take out and I'm going to move to here. It should slide. These wires, however, could be a problem because, as I mentioned before, or maybe I didn't mention in the last video, when we were talking about the toilet and the wires that are below our hole, our plumbing cannot touch wires. So this may be an issue. I can't really bring my PEX up through here for the tub spout. Well, the tub spout's going to be here, but the shower, so I'm going to have to, get on either side of those and make sure that we're not touching those. Again, it's just the little issues that you run into as you're putting things together with other people, especially if you're not there the same day, which we were not. So I'm going to get busy on that. That's our rough layout. As I said, it's only a couple measurements to find our center. Get this out of the way. Take this stud out of the way. I don't have any other studs on site, so I'm not going to take this one out. I'm going to add another one here, and that way I'll have 11 inches here. And what that's going to do is that's going to give me a place for my mixing valve when we have that. We actually don't have the mixing valve yet, but when we do, the mixing valve for the tub and the shower will be roughly here, and then the shower spout itself will be up top, and I'll put nailers and whatnot in between all that just to have support behind all this. But again, this lesson will build today. We're just going to get this hole out of here. So I'm going to go gather my tools, and I'll show you how to get all this out of here. Next, I'm going to take my very old jigsaw, if I can get it unhooked, corded, old Black & Decker. It's been around forever, so hopefully it makes it through this cut. And what I'm going to do as I'm cutting this, I'm actually going to make kind of an oval shape through here. So I'm going to get all that out of the way. I just did this as the pilot just to make sure nothing's below there, which I didn't think there was. I am right up against the floor joist though, right here with this edge of the hole. And so I'm going to cut, go down my 4-inch lines that I made right up there, take that out, and then we'll take this stud out of the way. And there we go, nothing to it. Get that out of the way, we'll throw that out. Here are those wires again that were in the way. They should be less in the way for where this, this tub is gonna end up. So that's good. Straight down. So really it's just gonna be these wires that may be an issue, but we'll see. There's one. And I'm gonna need a ladder for that one. So this board is out. I'm going to move it over. I've got to go find some screws. And we'll at least have one board in place. We have our hole drilled, and we'll be looking pretty good once we're ready to get that tub in place. So that's it for now, but I'll be back.
What the hell? Video just ends right there? Seriously. How am I supposed to learn about tubs if it's just gonna end? I knew it. Aliens. He was probably abducted. He's probably getting probed right now. Serves him right, jackass.